Okay, so welcome back.
I'm nervous.
Oh my god.
I'm nervous.
Camera died, so now I'm using my phone. So now, and we're at Chevron. So hopefully they don't kick us out. We're using Chevron lighting.
Like the best lighting right here.
Like
though.
we were like, oh, we need good lighting.
You should show them the lighting.
No, it's okay. Okay,
That's really good lighting.
Oh, that's our lighting. Not ashamed of it. Okay. So let me find the questions. The questions were on my phone. Okay, so this is me editing at the moment. I just want to give you guys a warning. This video is the longest video in my whole entire life. We answered the questions, but we didn't answer the questions. So watch all of it if you can. I would love if you watched the whole thing, but I wouldn't be mad at you since I wouldn't be mad at you if you didn't, because that's a long video. But just giving you guys a heads up that we're talking a lot of tea. So here's 30. Okay, we're probably not gonna do all these questions, but it says 32 questions every girl wants to ask her mom but would never. So we're gonna do that.
I'm not scared at all.
My heart is racing. My mom was like, don't read it. Oh, look at my burn. I'm burned.
Vámonos.
You see that?
Let's do this.
Okay, so the first okay. I need a drink. Okay. Oh, by the way, it's 11:57. How spontaneous is that? Okay. So, first question. Are you proud of me?
What's your question?
Yeah, that's the first one.
You don't have to ask that question.
Answer the question. They don't know that.
I'm very proud of my
But you have to be honest though. On God. No lying in here. Okay? Okay, so, okay. Was I a mistake?
You were not a mistake.
Was I planned?
You were not planned.
Was I planned? Okay.
You were not planned.
So it was a mistake.
You were not a mistake. So,
This is a weird question.
I enjoyed every moment of being pregnant with my baby.
Okay.
I loved it.
This is a weird question. I didn't want to ask you. I already know the answer, I think. Yeah, I know the answer. Okay. Were you? Huh?
Or do you?
I do. I know the answer. Were you a virgin when you met my dad?
No.
Okay.
No. It's not funny. It's not funny.
That was nasty.
Yes.
Do you still love my dad? I don't think it was like a love relationship. I think it was just like
We were like really good friends. We were not like lovers. Like
it wasn't like
lovey-dovey.
it wasn't Titanic.
No, there was no Titanic or Notebook thing going on. We just were like,
Oh, you're there, I'm here. Come on.
we were just good friends.
Okay. Do you still think about a guy in your past?
Girl, I mean, we
Like past, like your
our
teenage.
memories like are always thinking of things like things will always remind us of our past. Like,
Okay, tell me a story about a guy in your teenage years though.
in my teenage years,
That's like, yeah, that's my question. Like, do you think of a guy in your past teenage years? Like my age.
during your time at 17.
Do you think about anybody on my
Okay.
age?
Yeah, at 17. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
I can think. Well, yeah, it was another really, really, really good friend.
Okay, next question. Do you judge me for my choices?
So I'm really, really trying to stay in a place where I'm not judging people, but of course I question some of the things like The same as I question myself. You know, I try not to always.
Okay, but do you judge me?
Judge you?
It's a yes or no question.
I try not to be judgy.
It's okay if you don't. I mean, it's okay if you do.
I know.
Okay, so yes or no question.
You feel judged, I know that.
It's a yes or no question.
No, I try not to judge. I'm really honestly.
You try not to judge, so you do judge me though.
I try not to judge. I try to keep my heart right in a place where it's not like. I mean, I can't think of an example where I judge you. Let me try to think of something where I judge you. I probably judge you a lot when you have like a crazy attitude towards me, and then I have all these adults coming to me saying how respectful and sweet you are. That I get like, what? Who's this child that you guys are talking about? I think it's really funny that one time too when you got in trouble and everyone was like, or I think the first time I met Chloe's boyfriend, he was saying like, he said something kind of kidding that you were being bad, and I was like, wouldn't doubt it, you know, and he was like, I'm totally kidding. He was
I remember.
I'm totally kidding, and I was totally believing him. It was funny.
No, I think it was about a boy or something messing around.
It was something weird, but yeah, because you do have like a different attitude to me than you do to most people, but like, I mean, I think we share that. That cops drove me by.
I know.
Like
I'm
4
like,
times.
what is going on here? Okay, next question is, did I turn out the way you wanted?
Better.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Better.
Okay, next question. Okay, I know I'm not an adult, but is it weird that like I'm growing up? Like I'm done with high school? Like, how do you feel? Like ugh.
I mean, you know, like because you're on the right path, and because you make decisions well, most of the time, I think before you act on a decision, you go through the process in your own way, you know, and you make good decisions at the end, like and then we're all in a journey of learning. So whatever mistakes you make, I know that they're gonna be like, because you're thoughtful, you're not gonna have like crazy things to have to come back from, you know. And I think that you do listen to wisdom, and you do listen to advice that people give you, but at the same time you just make your own decision. So I think that like you have the space to make mistakes and to make good decisions, and you've been doing so good with that. So yeah.
Next question is there something you really regret not doing?
Not doing. I mean,
I like how my life is. I'm chilling.
I think I'm doing the things that I wanted to do.
My mom's in college. She graduated a college. Now she's going to university. And then my mom is like in her 30s. I think she's 36. She said she's 37. I don't know. But so she's like in her 30s. She had me at 19. Finished high school. Well, she was already done with high school when she had me. And then, well, yeah. And then she had Mike, my little brother Micah, like in her 20s. And then
I was 30.
30.
I was 30.
You were 30 years old?
I was 29, 30. Yeah.
Ugh. Okay. I mean, that's not bad. It's just different. But that's a good age, actually.
I think it's the perfect age.
Better than having a kid. Yeah.
I think nowadays that's a perfect age, because you kind of
If you think about it,
especially if
you lived your life.
Either way, like hopefully you've been married for a while. You get to spend time with your husband before you have kids. I know that doesn't happen a lot, but that's the ideal way to have kids. I didn't do that, but you know, I really pray that I get to see more of that happening now.
Yeah. Okay. So what would you do something? I mean,
what would I do different?
Yeah.
I don't know what I could have done different, honestly. I mean,
don't you ever think like, if I hadn't met that person, then this wouldn't have happened? No, like No, like not even like that. Like, oh, if I haven't met this person, that introduced me to this person, that introduced me to this. You know, like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, if I knew if I didn't meet that one person, if I didn't say hi to that one person, everything would have changed. Literally. Because then I would have been like, oh yeah, I've seen that person once in a while. And then we made that conversation. We grew on that conversation. And then we became friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, don't you ever like, yeah. I don't know. I think about that like a lot. Especially when I'm about to go to bed. No, I'm like,
I don't
wow.
really, like, I think most of my decisions were like pretty naive and just like I wasn't out to be bad, you know, like, or no one was telling me that I wasn't getting in trouble ever, you know, so I wasn't out like always getting in trouble. Everything I did, it was just the way I lived my life, and it wasn't like consequences were happening, or, you know, like, the way I lived was just the way that I lived. It wasn't something that I was getting in trouble for or having consequences. I got in trouble once in high school, and I think
once?
Yeah, I got
only one time in high school.
Well, I mean, like, I got suspended once. Like, I got, like,
wow.
And that's where I ended up meeting more people. That, like, I got in trouble for smoking weed at a outing, and a school outing, and then so I had to go to NA meetings, and then at the NA meetings I met my friends, and then from there on, like weed was just even more a part of my life. Like, I had only done it a few times, and then at that point, after that, it was just a normal thing to do. And, like, again, there was no one. My mom worked full time. She was not able to monitor me or question me, and I'm sure I was like, but it was just like normal life. Like, keeping.
I feel like whatever happened, I feel like I don't regret anything, because whatever happened in my past literally formed the person who I am today. You know what I mean? So, like, the good and the bad literally made me the person I am today, and that's why I'm out here, you know. Like,
I think this person that I am, I was even I remember at 9 years old reading about, like, Alcoholics Anonymous and trying to understand, you know, like, people's thought process behind it. And I remember feeling like in order to be reputable, that I would have to experience it. Like, who would believe, you know, someone who never experienced it before? And it was a stupid thought process, but it's a trip that, you know, God was able to pull me out and still have that same passion to want to help and figure out, like, you know, a way to help people who are struggling, who have been handed down this generational curse. And that's a real thing, because even scientifically, like, genes are getting passed on to children, and there's a lot of cell memory even that is going on. And so if you're a biblical person, or if you're like a science person, you're still understanding that things get passed on to you from your parents and your parents' parents. I think maybe back to 4 generations. So it is important to break cycles and to take ownership of them now, and to change those behaviors and help generations be free from that. And that's something that I have, you know, a passion to do.
That's good.
Oh my gosh,
that is good. Okay.
I don't know if I just make everything so serious or what. Like, I thought this was gonna be funny.
I know, you just literally make it kind of holy thing lonely. Do you have a favorite?
Oh, no. You guys better stop it.
No, it's literally the question. Like, a favorite anything.
I have 2 kids.
And it doesn't say kid, it says, do you have a favorite?
I have a favorite ice cream. Oreo.
It means, like, do you have a favorite kid, though?
No, it doesn't. It says I have a favorite.
It says in the bottom parentheses, I guess I should be asking who's a favorite, is because we all know you have one. So who's your favorite person? In the world.
In the world. I don't have a person.
Who am I? A person.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I have to be my favorite person in the world because no one's there for me like I am. Like, I can't talk to you about everything, and I can't talk to Micah about everything, and I can't like rely, or I mean, I'm a mother, so mothers are not supposed to rely on their kids for anything, by the way. But you know, like, I'm a single mom and I do it. I do it. I don't have a favorite. I really have to just like depend on God.
Ew. How long does it take for you to lose baby weight?
Girl, I've been holding on to that for all 18 years. You're almost 18.
Sick.
Baby weight.
Next question is, was there a time when you really didn't like me?
Ooh. Yeah.
Be real.
Yeah.
Be
There
real.
was sometimes where I remember I would tell you, if you were my daughter,
I would.
no, I said if you weren't my daughter, I would never talk to you because I don't talk to people who act like you.
I don't talk to liars.
I don't talk to people.
You're a liar.
I-
Oh, Karen. Okay, Karen.
That is, do you better not.
Oh, the Karen's coming out.
That is not a Karen.
Okay,
So
ooh,
there was some behaviors that she had at a time where talking to her was just like wasn't
I just want
happening.
to kill you in your sleep. My teeth? I just want to kill you in my sleep.
And so
She did one time. I woke up.
I'm the type of person that does not, like, I totally do not mind being on my own, by myself, in my own lane, minding my own business.
Right.
And I
hit
could
me.
care less who's running beside me and who gets left behind. And she was at the point where her attitude was so bad every day that if she wasn't my child, she would have been in the dust, because I don't talk to people that talk to me like that, and I don't talk to people that behave a certain way to me. And I literally in a second could just turn away from
You're out.
anyone that doesn't have respect for me the way I expect to be respected. And I don't explain that to people. I just do it. You know, I don't sit here and have a conversation about your
Oh my
behavior.
God, I do too.
to
That
adults.
I do that too. Like, someone talks to me messed up, sometimes I'll be like, don't talk to me like that. Oh, that hurt my nose. I'll be like, don't talk to me like that, and they keep on doing it. So then I literally cut them. Like, I don't even tell them anything.
It doesn't need to be it doesn't need to
Like, you
be
should
a
know not to.
conversation.
You should know not to treat me that way. Like, I am your friend for a reason, and I feel like I do that too much. But I need to learn not to do that, because
Yeah.
that's not okay.
I'm
There's
learning-
always communication is a big key.
Yes, and I'm thinking I noticed too recent in our recent conversations, like,
Swiping people at all the chances, every person, chances all
like,
over the place.
especially with like all the racism stuff that's going on right now, and like the riots and things that were happening. Like, I have like a deep compassion for this movement that's happening right now, and a lot of people that I like talk to or care about, they don't care about it, and they want to just keep going on about life as it is. And like, I care so much that I would want to cut someone off for it. And not even like not everyone, but because I don't keep people so close to me all the time that, you know, it's just, you know, distancing yourself from an unhealthy and a toxic conversation is a good thing to do, I think. There's no point in having conversations where people are not meeting eye to eye. I like to get different input and different sides though, so I will sit in and listen to conversations even if I don't agree with everything that's being said. I will still sit and listen, because I want to learn and be educated and kind of see where everyone's coming from about these things. I realized that there was someone that was really close to me who I would have been like, you know what, we just shouldn't talk about this anymore, you know, because it's gonna affect our relationship. And then with you,
Me? Oh,
I couldn't do that. Like, I couldn't just not talk.
Okay,
like,
so for
she's my
me,
kid, so I have to talk to her still.
I'm all for it. It's just certain things I'm not. They just stop already. Like,
Who? Stop already.
everybody, the whole world needs to stop.
No, she just wants to go about her business. She does not care.
Because I'm not gonna let that affect me. You people, okay, don't come at me for saying this. People walking down the street
Come at her, guys.
is not people that are walking on the street are not, oh, because they're doing that, I should be racist no more. No, it's all in prayer. You just gotta pray for them, and you gotta stand in agreement with other people. Because you could, the Bible says that you have to, well, I don't know if it says that, but I know God will do that, is that we have to kill them with kindness. We have to love them. Because they think that blacks, they think that Mexicans, like, and different races are crazy. Because most of us are, because we're raised in a different culture. But what they need to know is that we're also human, and we have love in our heart. But if we don't show them that love, then they think that we are crazy. Because I don't know, that doesn't make sense. Like I believe that love is the way. Not having riots down the streets, not yelling with posters. No, that's not okay.
No.
I think that, honestly,
because that's just because you're young and you don't understand the weight of this topic, and you don't understand.
I read books about it,
Jazmin.
I've heard stories. They have these
so the only way to help people who are in charge to see that there's a change that needs to be made, these meetings and these stand-ups and these protests and these, I mean, I think some of it, obviously a lot of it went overboard. And I believe that a lot of it went overboard for probably some undercover reasons. I just don't believe it was all minorities that were taking it too far. I believe that people started that havoc with an agenda, but
I understand that. I get
there's
it.
just so many evils.
I just believe
there's so many levels of evil to it, that if people don't stand up and unite like that, like, they continue to put us against each other.
I just know
their biggest goal is to keep blacks and Mexicans separate. That's their biggest goal. They have they make so much out of us being against each other.
I don't talk about this.
I know, we shouldn't.
I just know that
talk about it.
My God's stronger than any human on earth, and that if we pray,
God gives each person, and this is something.
And God gave them the authority to lead my country. And I know that if I just pray for my president, look at it again, the God.
What? There's no sign. Oh, there's no number. So,
okay,
no, really quick though. I believe that God gave every single person, though, a passion that they should follow. And, everyone has lived different experiences and different realities. My reality will never be the same as yours, even though.
If people want to.
Hold on. You walked in the streets with me. You went with me from house to house. You survived with me from this place and that place, hotel to hotel, and all these different scenarios. But what I remember from that is different than what you remember from that. Our experiences are different, even though we were side by side that whole time. Okay, we can't take their reality from them, and take that passion that they have and they've had endured and they've seen, and loved ones and family members. Okay, so what I'm saying is that not everyone is accountable for all of the problems in the world. We can't, not one person can hold all of that weight. So I have a passion to help people. That's what I do.
What was the question?
If I ever got mad at you, if I ever I think that was the question, the recent question. But yeah, so my thing is if you find something that really, really, really hits home and hits the heart, like, don't stand down from that. And it doesn't have to be, about what's going on current events, but there are different things that really hit home. And I just hope that if you feel it's a passion of yours, chase it, and you will make a difference. You're smart.
Do you think I'm smart?
You are smart.
In school.
You don't push yourself as hard as you should. It doesn't make you not smart. It makes you lazy.
Ooh.
You lazy. She lazy.
I have no complaints. Okay, be honest. Do you think I'm the beautiful thing in the whole world?
Do you think you're the most beautiful thing in the whole world?
No, do you think I'm the most beautiful thing in the whole world?
Do I believe that you're the most beautiful thing?
Believe. No one said believe. Do you think I am the most beautiful thing in the world?
Yeah, you're beautiful.
You're just looks like her mom.
You are beautiful.
Oh, don't touch me. Don't
I don't know
touch
about
me.
with this red face. Ooh, and with that attitude.
Hey, this is a burn.
I know. And I
So
think it gives you color. It makes you look good.
You said not with this red thing on your face.
And right now, the red is a little bit extra because this light is really making you look extra red. But earlier, it was giving you like highlights. It looked nice.
Oof. I don't want to make a blaze
Nice
look good.
shading. Oh no, that red.
The oils.
They're like,
Someone's-
they were like, they reversed real quick.
Okay. Ooh. Ew.
Hurry up.
No,
Let's do
answer
this. We
that.
gotta go.
Do you think my dad is hot?
No.
Okay, my dad.
When I met him, he was cute.
He
was
was an
cute.
old. He was an old person.
When I met him,
My mom and
all
my dad,
the girls,
11
all
years
the girls
apart.
liked him.
They liked him for the weed.
All the girls liked him. Girls were always talking to him.
They liked him for the weed.
I don't know what they liked him for. I'm sure it wasn't
For the
weed,
drugs. He's a drug lord. No, I'm just kidding. If you were my age, would you be my friend?
but- Ooh.
Dude, you would know, like, probably throw down with you first, then we'll be friends.
This is my twin, by the way. If you guys didn't know,
Do a face together.
Maybe
do a
not.
face. Just a face.
I don't know what face. We don't do the same faces. Wait, let me take my glasses off.
You can do what you do.
Wait.
The eyebrow. No, I can't.
Anyways, she's not my twin in the face. She's my twin in her attitude. She's my twin with the attitude. Except for she doesn't respect her elders. Me. that
Grandma
is.
Nora.
That is me. That is.
Okay.
And that's the one thing you like about people. You have to respect your mom, and she hasn't really like 100% swallowed that pill yet. But I know that she will.
I go get her gas. I drive her places. I do the dishes, all the house. I
I'm
do
talking about your tone
laundry. I
and the
clean
way
the
that you
whole
talk to
house.
You don't clean the whole house.
She cries. Jazmin wet my butt. Gotta go over there, wipe her butt.
Yeah.
Just kidding. All right. The last question.
Crazy.
You're afraid to be.
You're afraid of becoming your mother. Are you afraid of? Are you afraid of them becoming you? So
That's the last question, guys.
There are something. Okay, so my mother who raised me. Forgive me if you're watching this, Mom. I love you with all my heart, and I know you. We all are doing the best with what we can. But I remember.
She watched my videos.
I know. So
Be
I
careful
remember
what you say.
I remember I notice a part that I do that's like you that I don't like, that you know, when someone says something, we have a way of making it about us. Or not.
Oh my god, I do that. I do that. Someone's asking for advice. I'm all, well, back in the day,
I mean,
I went through this so you could go better. You could do it. Sorry.
so I can only like give people advice based
From
on
my life.
Yes. But sometimes you just don't have to do that. You know, sometimes you can just be quiet and be a good friend and listen.
That's good.
Sometimes when I hear people do that, like I'm like, oh my god, I do that. And I wondered where I got it from, and then I heard my mom doing it the other day, and I was like, that's where I got it from.
You know something that we else do?
So-
We all do it together, I realize. When we do, like
I
when
just
we
want
all
to be a
meet each
good
other,
friend and just learn to listen. And when that person wants
Yes.
advice, like
then I'll give it to them.
truthfully, like we can always give advice, but it's always best to let people, like, you know,
We
figure
could
things out on
give
their own.
no, we could give our advice, but at the end of the day, it's their part if they want to accept that advice or learn on their own. You know what I mean, Jalebi?
Yes.
But something else I realized that we all do when we're together. Well, I realized the most when we're together. But you know how when someone's talking to us, we're like, yes, yeah, yes. We all do that. I'll be talking to you, you're like, yeah. And then I realized when someone's talking to me,
Shut up, because
No.
I have the time I talk to her and she talks to me and I don't respond and she's like,
oh, that bothers me.
okay.
No. I mean, like when people talk to us,
Okay.
though. All right, so
Uh-huh.
like someone be talking to me, they're
Okay.
like, yeah, yes. And I realized grandma is like, Yes, like she's in church.
Which grandma?
Yes, like Grandma Barbara.
Okay, so
she does that. She's all
me and
yes,
her.
yeah.
Okay, so my mother didn't raise me, but we used to talk on the phone.
What are we talking about?
I was talking about Grandma Dory. I said the mom who raised me.
That's good.
So yeah, she's the one who does that. But my mom, we used to talk on the phone a lot. So it's interesting to me whenever we're around each other because we sound 100%.
And that grandma,
alike.
okay, the blood,
like
blood grandma,
our tone and the way we talk to people and the way we just, you know. And I did get that from her.
And it's so weird because okay.
It's more weird.
It's weird because I
never lived with her.
Okay, I only went to go see my grandma like once a year, like back in the day, like a while back. I used to go see her like once a year, like once in a blue moon. And it's crazy because like when we have like family reunions or like graduation parties or like whatever, like parties, when we go to each other, like we are literally the same. And it's like so weird because we don't know each other. Like, I mean, we know each other, but like we're not like how we are all the time, you know. So it's like so weird. And then like when you tell me like, oh my god, your dad will be doing that, you know, like. And then like me and my dad, we never had like a really like dope relationship. So it was just like, what in the world?
Sometimes she does things and I'm like,
that's your dad.
It's weird the things that you got from him. Like the things that she picked up for him or his little funny behavior. So it's the funny part of him. So it's a good part.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But all right, it's currently 12:30. This is 38-minute video. We were out here for like an hour. 38 minutes.
And they didn't kick us out.
They didn't kick us out. I thought they were going to. But all right, so we're gonna end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed our political weird. I thought they were gonna be like funny questions. We didn't read them. But my mom, if you don't know her, she turns everything into a life lesson somehow. I don't comprehend it. I mean, I understand that, guys. Oh my god. Oh, never mind. I don't like understand like how she turns into if she ever hated me to a political question. I don't know. It's just
because it was because
I mean, I get it. I get it.
To you that I would like wanted to distance myself from people, but then I realized how much I love you. This is the point of that conversation. The point of that conversation was that I love you and I wouldn't cut you off. So now I'm measuring.
We can't. We're blood.
In the fact that but the fact that we're all human and we all make mistakes and we all have our own visions and our own, you know, like we can still love people where they're at no matter what. And I think that I'm learning that I have really carved myself into this safe little place where I don't have to worry about anybody. But I
learned is that
I want to love people that way.
Listen, I got a moment right here.
Okay, go.
Something that I know that I learned in church from my old church is that I love everybody, but that doesn't mean I have to like everybody.
Or have them in your space all the time.
Let that sink.
Keep your
You know what?
peace.
I have a bunch of friends.
I love my peace.
In the whole like world because we went to hotel to hotel, you know what I mean? So like I literally have a bunch of friends. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna surround myself with them because I know that spiritually and like literally they're not healthy for me. So it's like that's why I love them from a distance. But no matter what, you can still love people.
Yeah.
But how you like them, what you think, it's okay. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Everyone's entitled to being themselves because we're human. We gotta be ourselves, you know what I mean? So it's like, so we love everybody, but we don't have to like everybody. So that's what I learned. But alright, we gotta end this video. It's already 41 minutes. I don't know how this happens. But alright, so we're gonna end today's video. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Oh my god, it's been a while since I said that.
What you want us to do.
Dude, I literally need you guys to DM me. My Instagram is Chuchanita, same name as my YouTube channel. So DM me on there. Tell me what I need to do for my next video because I haven't done videos in like forever. Like at all. So I need people to send me ideas. People are like, why don't you post anymore? I'm like, no one gives me ideas. I have no idea what to do. Like I don't have that like creativity in my head. I hope you have an amazing, blessed, holy moly do you know the words?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. I hope you have an amazing, blessed, holy moly, macaroni, beefaroni, diamond slay. Diamonds. Okay, let's start over.
Okay.
I hope you have an amazing. Wait. I have an amazing, blessed, holy. I hope you have an amazing, blessed, holy moly, macaroni, beefaroni, diamond slay, Chick-fil-A day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
You're funny.
Shit.